women veterans serve all over all over the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm concerned about our women that are serving in Ukraine. I'm concerned about those that are serving in Israel.
I'm curious, like, what unique challenges a woman faces in, like, not just reintegrating into society, but like as a mom. Um, what is, like, what's unique about that experience, and how could we, like, better support, just as civilians, to better support if we are, encounter or meet somebody who, has served and is a veteran.
Well, you know what I found out that helps a lot is that we have to go back and think about what we have in common. We're women. Whether we served or not, we're still women first. So we have all of those things that come with being just that. We're moms, we're wives, sometimes we're single mothers, sometimes we have partners, but we are just who we are. And I always tell people when they say, well, what are we going to do with them? You have to also remember that she's been trained for the primary mission of killing. She's been trained to do that. No matter what else she does, if she's a typewriter, if she's filing, if she's in the healthcare business, she's trained to defend. And but that doesn't change her from being a woman too.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you need, that's what we need. If that makes it kind of easy in a nutshell, um, we have time of the month just like everybody else do. Some of us, the stress of it kills it because we had that
Wow.
problem happen before. And well, I was at one situation in the field where they did ask us to take a pregnancy test because all of us just stopped having periods.
Wow.
And just like it happens in a home when you have have more than one woman there, no matter how that cycle goes, then all of a sudden you find out everybody start getting on the same cycle. We had that same thing going on within the platoon or within the team. It happens just like that too.
Wow.
Everybody
That's
asks us,
incredible.
"What do y'all do with that time of the month?" Same thing you do at that time of the month. Except for
Mhm.
we're a little harsher about it. We say, "Well, you gotta go plug it up," you know, something like that. Or if you was like me that stayed in the field a lot, it was extremely challenging, especially when I served in jobs that were um, more men oriented. So I really had to watch it because you couldn't be too feminine and then you couldn't be too harsh because you always had someone want to challenge you about oh, she's gonna cry. She's just gonna cry. She's just gonna be a girl. And so we are saying, well, I'm not no punk, or I'm not no sissy, or whatever the little negative stuff that they used to say then that they don't say now. They call you other words. But then you couldn't be too hard because then men would get a little bit upset and say, oh, she thinks she's she's a man. Just have to be yourself. You just do what you do.
Mhm.
And I found that it didn't hurt to ask for help. And I used to laugh when those guys they couldn't pick up those reels, those big reels of cable, just like what we had in one of the jobs that I did when I was there. So they would ask for help too. And I used to laugh and stuff. to myself, and say, you walk around here with your chest out, like you're all macho and all of this. You couldn't pick that reel up any more than I could. You had to ask for help. So we just do the same thing that every other woman does. Sometimes you
Nice.
have to corral them around just like you do if you have children or siblings
Nice.
or little puppies.
Yeah. Our little puppies like me. Jenny or Dora, do you have a question for Patricia? That's probably the way it's gonna go today.
Um, no, I don't really have a question, but I'm so enjoying to hear about this, because here in Norway there aren't that many women veterans. I know a lot of veterans. My dad was one, and my husband was in a motorcycle group that was Legacy Vets, from the Vietnam vets in America. So I've been hanging around vets a lot, but never met a woman veteran. So to me,
Oh,
all of this was really, really great. Yeah. So thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that.
awesome.
Yeah, we do all kind of things. We clear buildings and we secure buildings.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Jenny?
then at the same time, we can reach out to a child and hold that child, because I've met some Iraqi children and some Saudi Arabian kids, in my travels, especially when I was deployed in the desert. And we could still, be that person too. It could be just that gentle to them. And then, of course, you still have to deal with other things. In my case, some places that we went, they wasn't so keen on women of color. And then they didn't like it because I was driving. Well, what can I say? I had to drive. They didn't like it because um, I was in charge of men.
It's a good thing that your team of people uh supported you, because like this guy offered to buy you.
Oh, oh God. Well, we was in Saudi Arabia. They were notorious for it, and they were the ones that was really angry when American women showed up during Desert Storm, and they did not like the idea I was driving and in charge of men. They did not like that, and they called us names. Auslanders, they picked at us, they spit at us. It was so bad that I used to have to go and sit in my truck and zip the door down because I got tired of being spit on
Oh,
for just being there. I didn't
right.
ask to come there, but we were sent there.
Yeah.
So, my husband, he was there also. And we saw a Baskin Robbins, which is an ice cream store.
Wow.
And so went to go and get some ice cream. And one of the rare times he and I could spend time with each other. And they told us, when I walked in with them and the other guys that was in uniform, they said, we can't serve her. We're not going to serve her. And they kept, like ignoring me there. And they was like, wait a minute, don't you see her here? We don't serve women in here.
Wow. Wow.
So they said, well, we don't want the ice cream either.
Aw.
So we all left.